If you walked out of a job interview without having a firm job offer in hand, when they said to you things like,
well, we're going to be getting back to people by next week. Well, if you're in the top candidates, you should be hearing from us by the next, 10 to 75 days.
If they say things like that to you, here's what they mean.
When you walked in the store, it was really your job to lose, and you did a fantastic job of that. So I just wanted to really say thank you. So yeah, I thank you so much for coming in. You will never hear from us again. We might call you up, and when you see the number, you'll be like, oh my gosh, it's company XYZ. So you'll be like, hello, this is Dan O'Connor. Oh, so sorry, wrong number. And we'll hang up. You'll be so excited and we'll laugh. We might do that, but you're never getting this job, or you would have known it before you left here. I mean, didn't you see us congratulate that person who was here before you? And we all shook hands and we're like, yeah, we'll see you next week. Yeah, they got the job. No, you totally blew it, or you'd have it walking out the door. If you saw that on the back of our cups, when we're interviewing you, we wrote American Idol on the back of them, because we're pretending we're on American Idol, and we're just judging you on that. Yeah, I'm Paula Abdul.
Why would you want to do that?
What was it?
This is the $1 million question that you have at the beginning. If they ask you, do you have any questions before we begin? You would say, yes, I do have a question. What do I need to do to get this job? That is what you want to say, so repeat it out loud after me. You ready? What do I need to do to get this job? What do I need to do to get this job? What do I need to do to get this job? Because here's what that does. If there's somebody in the interview process that feels this way, that feels like, I want somebody to be hungry. I want somebody to want it. I want somebody to have passion. There's always going to be somebody like that. You have just won the grand prize showcase showdown. You might just get a job promotion before you even get the job you came there to apply for. It's happened, where you get offered a better job than you even applied for, okay? So that's question number one. What do I need to do to get this job? Because you'd be amazed how people who were not maybe 100% on board with you up until then will be like, I'm glad you asked, because nobody ever asks that. That's what I found out very early in the game. Nobody ever goes up to the top producers and says, could you share how you became number one and how you maintain number one position with me? Would you share some of your skills, some of your secrets? They will always say, first of all, somebody who asked, that's the first thing they are marveling at. Then they will say, of course I will. They will always tell you. And just like them, when you say in an interview to somebody, what do I need to do to get this job? You're there for a reason, because you're qualified for the job. Remember, when you walk into a job interview, you are qualified for the job and they are there to see if they like you. It is your job to lose. That's what it is. If you walk out of a job interview, it's not that you didn't get it. It's that you lost it if you don't have a solid offer with you, okay? Number two phrase, at the end of the interview, if you do not have a firm offer when you leave, the odds of you ever getting anything from them are almost zero. So you either have to do it right then and there, or there's zero. Do not wait for the phone to ring. They might have told you that they're going to call, but there's a lot of similarities and parallels between job hunting and dating. A lot. For example, many times after a date, people will call me, or during our coaching sessions, they'll be like, I don't know what they meant. I don't know why they never called. We seemed to have a really good time and said they were going to call. Or I don't know why, they said that, they just weren't ready for a relationship. And now I see they're getting married. What's the deal with that? Sometimes we need to translate what people say to us. We need to know how to translate. For example, when a man says to a prospect, someone he's dating, something like, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. I just don't want to settle down. What that means is, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. I wouldn't want to settle down right now with you. I'm not looking for that type of a commitment or any commitment right now with somebody like you. That's what they mean. That is what they mean. Take it to the bank. And when a job tells you something like,
we're going to be interviewing until the end of the week, so the top candidates, will be giving them a call back by next Thursday. So if you're in the top, you should expect to hear from us by, maybe the 13th or the 75th of January.
What they mean is,
yes, thank you so much for coming in today. No, we already hired the person that we're going to have for this job. We already hired them. So we just needed kind of some new material because lunch is coming up. So We are going to be totally doing a number on you. Your professional skills, hey, my respects, because honestly, you wouldn't have even been called for this job if you didn't already have the skills that we were looking for. So that we knew when you came in here. No, we're just going to be cutting you down personally. Yeah, totally. We're going to be making like insulting personal remarks, but I mean, really, those shoes and those little idiosyncrasies, when you talk. No, yeah, you blew it. So thanks for coming in. I hope you keep blowing it. Yeah, good luck blowing it more to the end of the week till you figure out what you're supposed to do during a job interview. Okay, yeah, figure that one out. No one's telling you, but Dan O'Connor training.
This is a quiz. Now, think about it again. If you have 5 interviews this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, what should your goal be? If you said to get a job by the end of the week, to land one of those, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what the goal should be. And you will have that as your new goal when you go to your next interview. If you're looking for a job, what are you looking for a job doing? Jot it in the comments below. Tell me what type of job you're looking for, because I want to see my customers, my people who are here. I want to know what you're looking for so that if there is some customization or added tips that I can give you, I want to give you those. So jot that in the comments, okay? Tell me what type of job you're looking for. So that first one now, what is the first power phrase? Yeah. What do I need to do to get this job? Articulate it. If you think you're going to use that, put that in the comments below. Put, I'm using that. Or if you don't think you'll use that, I'm never using that. But let me know why, because I'd like to know. Because the only times they fail is when they're not used. So if you've decided already, I can't use that, I'm not going to use that, I would like to know why, not to chastise you or to argue with you. I'd like to know why so that maybe I can find something else then that would work for you if these 2 phrases that are guaranteed to work and have never failed would not work for you. All right, but do tell me why, okay? So let me know right now, so far, what do you think? If this has been valuable for you so far, support this channel and like this video and subscribe to this channel. Remember, in doing so, you'll be supporting this channel as well. Okay. Now, power phrase number 2. Before you leave an interview, if you have not yet sealed the deal, this power phrase will do it. You ready? They will say,
so is there anything more before we break today? Any other questions you have? Come on.
That's when you want to say yes. Tell me, what concerns might you have or reasons why you may not give me this job? Now, you have to specifically use that wording. Many things that I'll give you are freestyle scripts in many of my programs. Remember that this is not a freestyle script. This is word for word you want to say, yes, tell me. So you want to begin the sentence with tell me, because the most important thing in this message is tell me something. I'm asking for a response. What concerns might you have? Not do you have, but I don't want you to think of any if you don't have any. What concerns might you have? Or reasons why you might not give me this job. Okay, so what concerns might you have? Or reasons why you might not give me this job? Every word of that tactic has been chosen because of the statistics and likelihood of it landing the job for you. I would not modify that without some type of research done beforehand. Because when you use that phrase, the person who's interviewing you is going to, first of all, be left speechless because they'll think, oh, yes, yes, this is just the person I've been waiting for, somebody who's smart and cunning and savvy. Yes, that's what they're thinking. But they're probably going to say something like, yeah, there is. I don't see anything in your resume here about being able to use Word and Office programs. And about half of your day is going to be spent on Office programs. So I'm kind of thinking you may not be. And that's where you can jump in and say, oh, I'm glad that you pointed that out. I wasn't aware that that would be part of the job, so I didn't add it to my resume just to save real estate, But of course, I'm certified in all Word programs. I'm blah, 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 and I type it yada, yada words per minute. Then you can plead your case. If there is something that you did not put in your resume that they were looking for, and it might be able to help them tip the scales in your favor, now is your chance to actually plead your case during an interview. You know how many times we'll walk away from an interview and we'll be like, ugh, I just know the dots that were not connected. And if I just had a chance to plead my case a little bit more, I know that I could have showed them that I would have been perfect for that job. We think if I just could have this, if I could have said that, now you will know. What you're doing is not only are you making the opportunity for yourself, you're carving out the space that you would need to plead your case if you need to, or to explain something, or to whatever it may be. Now you're opening up that time, an extremely strategically advantageous time during that meeting. It's right at the end. So you can either repair some of the maybe damage that was done in responses where you were not at your best. Maybe you could plead your case and fill in the blanks in some areas that might have been left really unconnected, but for whatever reason, they did not ask you to connect those dots. Now's your chance. And if, for example, you get an answer that's a little bit out of the ordinary, such as, yeah, well, the only thing I might be a little concerned about is the amount of travel. You'd said that you have a family and other obligations at home. So I would keep that in mind while you're making your decision. And, something that I want to keep in mind as well about who might be the best fit for this position. People will say things like that all the time. And of course, I hope if you ever hear things such as, well, it concerns me that there's a lot of travel involved here. You'd said that you had a family at home. Of course, that they are saying, well, what concerns me is you might blow the whistle on our active discrimination policies because, of course, a man would be perfect for this type of position. He doesn't, probably have a family or anything to come home to or love in his life or any obligations. Instead, if he did have those types of things at home, of course, he'd be running from them. So we'd be happy to help him do that. You, on the other hand, as a woman, should be probably taking care of those people and supporting your family and, I mean him by that, in everything that he does. Wouldn't you agree with that? I mean, who let you out of the house in those shoes anyway? I mean, right? Then you would know before going into an organization, for example, if they had sexist hiring policies, wouldn't you rather know that and then say, oh, let me cross this one off my list, then go through more of a process or more agony only to find out later. So it covers many different bases when you ask that question the right way at the right time. But in any event, please leave your story if you have used that in an interview, because I always love to hear the stories about how you were just about to leave. And then at the last minute, you remembered and said, wait a minute. You tell me, what concerns might you have or reasons why you might not give me this job? It is amazing how many scales that has tipped. And the people at that moment are like, I can't think of any. At which point you would say something along the lines of, great, that answers that. What time will I see you tomorrow then? You would not believe how many people at that point, when they were about to walk out the door with nothing and the odds of getting nothing, that has changed into, because you see the look on the employer's face going, have you been sent by heaven above? Somebody who actually is proactive and thinks and is clever and ambitious and smart and strategic and wants to be here. All of that has just been delivered to me. You can be here at 8:15 in the morning, although we don't even open the doors until 10. I'll see you then. And by the way, again, going back to the powerful communication is infused with love at all times. Both of those things, when you say, I'm taking the time at the beginning of an interview to say something such as, so tell me, what do I need to do to get this job? How can I make your life and my life easier? And let's just cut to the chase and tell me what I need to do. That, along with any reason why you might not give me this job, tell me what you're concerned. Those types of things, when you ask people straight out, tell me what your concerns are. Why might you not do this? What are some of the obstacles in the way of you letting me help you? What are some of the things that might be holding you back from allowing me to serve you and work with you in partnership? Please let me know how I can help you overcome any of your personal or professional obstacles, because I as well have my own personal and professional obstacles, and no man is an island. And remember that when somebody asks you, how can they help? That's an honor that they're bestowing upon you. We should honor them back and say, if there is a way to help, yes, there is a way that you and I can join forces today. There is a way that you and I can go forward in partnership. There is a way that you and I can unite and be stronger together than we would be as separate parts. That's an honor that you do for somebody when you say, yes, I will let you help me. So when we ask somebody in a genuine way, how can I help you overcome any concerns you might have that might be standing in the way of me helping you and us moving forward in partnership together? If that is the mindset that you have and you go into the meetings with that mindset and with that attitude, people can't help but feel it and see it. And what you're really doing is you're bringing a blessing into that interview, and you are blessing them and ipso facto blessing yourself and everyone else in the whole world at the same time. Now, is there any power phrase that is better than that? The answer to that's obviously no. That's what I thought. From that first job that you walk out after the interview, you walk out having gotten the job. If you have 4 more job interviews that week, you will know this is what he meant. I have 5 job interviews. What I'm going to do is go through those job interviews, and I'm going to be so gracious and grateful and happy to go interview them and see which one of these companies I'd be the best fit with, which group of people would I want to hang around, and do I think would want to hang around me? Who would I want my influencers and influencees to be? Where would I like to be basically living, for the next however long I decide to keep this job? And where will I grow the most? Where will people utilize my skills and talents and benefit? This is fun. I love going around job shopping. That's what you should be doing. And that's what you will be doing. And everybody wins when you do that. Everybody wins. There's no losers. There should never be a loser. The company wins, you win, I win, we all win. But you have to know the words, and you have to know when to use them and how to use them. My work here is done. And I'm going to be answering in the next video the question. I just did a video on how to respond to "Okay, Boomer." And I had some responses to my response to that. And I'm going to be answering them in our next video, which I'm going to be doing in about 5 minutes. So I hope to see you in that video as well, so that you can respond to the ageist epithet, "Okay, Boomer." So make sure to join me in that video. I'm going to try to put a link to it right up here. And remember, most important message of all, wherever you are, I'm with you, because the world is a little bit different these days, and we need to know with whom we can join forces. So I want you to know that if you're here today, you can count on me. And wherever you find yourself in the world today, I hope that you are surrounded by people that you love and that love you right back, because you do deserve that, and we all do, and they deserve to get the best side of you and hear loving words from you. So remember that anything you have to say it in a loving way, and you can do that. You deserve that. And I can help you with that if you ever need me to. So just remember where to come and get me. I'm here at dan@danO'ConnorTraining.com. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do it so that you can share and participate and let me know what's going on with you. I will answer any questions you have in a video just like this if you leave it in the comments below, where you should be letting me know what you think about this video. And please support this channel by sharing this on places like Facebook and Twitter and any place else you think people go for information like this. I need the support, and I appreciate the support that I've been getting. So subscribe, like, and share. And for everyone here at Dan O'Connor Training, thank you all so much. I will see you in our next video, where we can talk a little bit more about replying to "Okay, Boomer." This is Dan O'Connor signing off.